Donald, and welcome to today's live around how to set up a team charter. This is a perfect time of the year to set up a team charter, and I coach so many leaders in this space. And funnily enough, I did a coaching session on it today with an extraordinary leader in one of our leadership programs who was really keen to align his team and set them up for success in 2024. Now, okay, if you think about it, right? The analogy I love to use is that sporting teams spend more time off the field planning and strategizing than they do on the field playing, right? So it's that sharpening of the saw, looking at how you're playing as a team off the field and how you can actually be the greatest team on the field. And that takes some insights, reflection, sometimes courageous conversations. And it's one of the things that I'm really big on in our 5 pillars of high performance teams. And if you want to find out more about that, reach out to the team at Leadership HQ, because we start with safety, everyone being psychologically safe in the room, and also having that clarity and courage to go, okay, who are we now? Okay, and what do we want to be? What sort of team do we want to be, right? And kind of putting together a team charter. Now, I have put a comment in that you can see there's an example of a team charter in the comments here. If you can't access it, just go to soniamcdonald.com.au/books/team-charter or reach out to me and the team at Leadership HQ and Sonia McDonald. But let's get started on how to set up a team charter. Again, I always use the analogy of, and I'm going to show it, I always use the analogy of a sporting team when it comes to bringing a team together. It takes a couple of hours. You can send them some homework if you want to send them some homework around understanding, setting them a value kind of assessment. Again, we've got examples of that we can share with you. So you can send them some pre-readings and values assessment, getting them to think about the team charter, and also some articles or some insights around high performance teams and why teams need to, I call it, stand on the balcony and look at how they're dancing on the dance floor together, right? So what kind of encapsulates a team charter? First of all, I think it's really important to get the team together and go, how did we go last year? Kind of look at a reflection. What was successful last year? What were the achievements last year? What were some of the lessons learned last year? So I think it's really important to think about doing a bit of a lessons learned. Then today, 2024, how are we going to rock it in 2024? Vision. Get your team together and go, what is our vision as a team? That's kind of like, what do you want to get to at the end of 2024? What are you going to be seeing and feeling and actioning? Like, what are the goals you're going to kick? It could be a really cool vision statement, like just a slogan or a vision statement, so your team can visualize where they're going to, and what is it going to look like? How they're going to get there? So what's that vision look like? You can even give them some example vision statements from organizations, other teams, just to give them some examples. So getting them to do a vision. Depending on the size of your team, if you've got a small team, you can do it together. If you've got maybe less than 5 to 6, you could do it and brainstorm it together. If you have any more than kind of 6 people in the team, I would get them into breakout groups. So I would actually give them a flip chart, groups of 3 or 4, and say, okay, come up with some vision words or statements. So vision. Next is mission/purpose. Why do we do what we do? So for instance, our mission at Leadership HQ is to build a world of outstanding and great leaders and leadership, right? So why do you do what you do? So again, you could brainstorm some words or put them into groups, brainstorm words and slogans. Could come up with the mission and purpose statement together if you've got a smaller team. It's so good to tap in why you do what you do. So next, that is a mission statement. Next, it's around values. An activity I use for this is, I mentioned that sending them some pre-work, a values assessment. There's so many online tools that you can do for free. We've got one, so if you want to reach out to us, we've got a great free values assessment sort of tool. But also get them in the room and go, this is my 5 values as a leader. I would love to know, sit down and think about each individual. What are your values as a leader? Another thing you could do, which I love to do, is give them Post-it notes. So I give them a Post-it note pack and say, write down your 5 top values, 6 or it could be 4, on each Post-it note. And it could be respect and wisdom or whatever they value. Get them to stick it on Post-it notes. Then get them to put the Post-it notes on the wall and put them into themes. So I always think if you're going to come up with a team charter with values, it's always really important to get the team, like the individual values of the team, and come up with values as a team that come from the team and what their values are. That's a great little exercise. You can also send them the assessment or get them to do a values assessment while they're in the room and talk about their values as well and see if there's any common themes. Next one are goals. What are your goals of the team for the year? What does success look like? What are the key milestones? Again, get them to, you can brainstorm that. You can put a timeline like from today till end of December. Okay, what goals do we need to kick this year? What do we need to focus on? I always think it's really important as a team to kind of think about what do you want to stand for and what kind of team do you want to be, right? How do you want to be playing on the field and what do you need to be doing as a team to be kicking goals? So your vision, okay, that's kind of that high level. Where do we want to be? Where do we want to get to? Mission, purpose, why we do what we do as a team. What do we stand for as a team? What is our why? What are our values as a team? And even with the values, I think it's really important to think about what does that value actually mean and what are the behaviors linked to that if you want to go another step further. It also, I think, helps the team as a bit of a compass around how they're going to operate as a team. Now, with that vision, with that mission, with the values, it's not like you're actually like taking yourself away from the organization's culture, charter, and the organization's vision, mission, and values. It's more around like you're a sub-tribe and family of the organization. It's like finance team, HR team, operations team. What do we want to stand for? And a team charter really builds that momentum, builds that motivation, what you stand for, what values are you going to espouse? Why do we do what we do as a team? What's our vision as a team, right? It's a great for team alignment and team empowerment. Your goals for the year, I think, is amazing. And then last but not least, like what does success look like? What successes and things do you want to achieve this year? Look, there's a lot more to a team charter that you can add, like around roles and responsibilities. What are some great initiatives and innovations that you want to think about for the year? Like there's so much to it. If you look at our team charter or if you Google team charter, there's lots of different ones. Just make sure you do a team charter. I think the other thing that works really great, tell me what you think. I'd love your comments if you are listening to me, is to do a SWOT. So to do a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats as a team. Again, brainstorm. What are our strengths as a team? What's going great? What are the areas of development? Now, depending again on the team, you might want to Post-it note this. If you feel that you've got a lot of psychological safety in the team and everyone wants to put their hand up and talk about what's not going so well as a team, what are our areas of development or weaknesses, get them to do it on a Post-it note. Write them on Post-it notes and just put them again all over the wall and come up with themes. Then what I do, like I facilitate loads of these team alignment sessions. So here I am teaching you something that I actually facilitate. So I'm more than happy to help you if you need a facilitator in this space, but you can also do it yourself. Is I then get all the theme Post-it notes. I get some flip chart paper. Okay. Just grabbing one out of my toolkit because I ran a workshop on Friday. So I get the flip chart paper. I then get all the theme. It could be communications, systems, and whatever. I staple it with the title communication, and then I give the challenges or the themes to each of the groups, and I go, come up with solutions, come up with opportunities, come up with how we're going to overcome this area of development, right? So I get that buy-in, I get everyone involved, I get everybody actually going, this is what we need to be a great team. This is what we need to overcome. I think that's really important. That's another way of doing it. And then it's about what are our opportunities and threats. So what opportunities do we have this year? And what are some of our threats? And how can we be more proactive around some of these things? Once I've done, like, for instance, when we've looked at anything like threats or areas of development and we have the flip chart up, I get members of the team to put a little asterisk or a star next to anything that's a priority or a quick win. And I also get them to put their initials on any of the areas that they would love to focus on or they would like to be accountable for. So they are just some of the things that I do that help with building and developing team charters and team alignment. If you would love some work around this, if you would love someone to help you around this space, please reach out to myself at Sonia McDonald. Reach out to me in the team at soniamcdonald.com.au. Or we have the most incredible team of facilitators and coaches at Leadership HQ. So it's leadershiphq.com.au. So hopefully that helped. Download the free team charter. Again, if you'd love to know a little bit more around the processes, or you'd love someone to come and facilitate one of these team alignment or team charter sessions, we do this all the time. We love it, love it, love it. But I just want to jump on today and teach you how to do it because you might want to do it yourself. You might want to help your team come up with a team charter. I just keep it simple. I just focus on those elements of vision, mission, values, and goals, and also what success looks like and how we're going to celebrate success, and also a bit of a SWOT around what do we need to do to be an even greater team. And therefore just kind of bringing that team together and becoming a high performance team. It's so important that you do it, that you don't just and revisit it. I think it's really important that you can revisit it every 3 to 6 months. Again, come off as a team. How are we going? What are we actioning? What are we celebrating? What are we learning? So keep revisiting the charter because it's like this living, breathing document. Anyway, I hope that really helped you today. I thought I'd jump on and just share a little bit of a brainstorm tips and tools technique with all of you to teach you how to be a great leader, how to build great teams. Next live, you are going to hear me talk about how to develop a leadership charter for you. Again, something amazing to set yourself up for the year and beyond. So as I mentioned, please reach out to us. We love, 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 love to help anyone and everyone, teams, leaders, organizations, businesses, be awesome in the leadership and team space. Because remember, you're only as good as your team. And there's no I in team. That together you can create and build and develop and do so much more together than you can individually. So get this team charter, download it, reach out to us if you have any questions. And if we can help you build high performance teams, because it'll make a huge difference to the success of your business. So thanks again for watching and listening. And I look forward to sharing my next leadership tips and tools with you to inspire as many leaders around and many people around the globe. Because remember, leadership isn't a role or title, to be awesome. All right, take care and stay safe.